Hold on one second, trying to figure out this thing. Okay, cool. Interesting. That's a new little feature we got there. But cool. Yeah, that is me. God. It's been a little while, hasn't it? Since I've gone live. And oh my goodness, okay, we've got some things to do. Yeah, we've got some cleaning to do, catching up to do, work to do, lots of things to do. I got to just relax and be and sleep all night, and now if I want to have a clean kitchen, then I better clean it up myself, even though I have to clean up after other people and myself. Let's see, what do we think of this little feature up here? That's kind of cute. Oh goodness. But yeah, good morning, everybody. It is Tuesday morning. It has been a minute since I have hopped on a live, and the lighting isn't really all that great. I'm kind of multitasking right now. I would show you like a before and after what my kitchen looks like right now, but why? Why bother? Nobody needs to see that. More importantly, my goodness, I got like just like a little floating piece of hair. Okay. Anyways, what's more important is what I'm striving for today, and I hope that I can motivate you guys to strive for it too. So pardon me while I maybe like mute myself so I don't burst your eardrum. Actually, I'm just being dramatic. That wasn't that loud at all. Yes, I will be multitasking in order to succeed and grow and get all the things done. We gotta get all of it done, you know? We gotta be the ones to do it all. We gotta do the kitchen cleaning. Gotta do the entertaining. Entertaining here, cleaning over there. Breakfast eating here, because we're gonna get some food. And let's see. Good morning. Let's see. How are you guys doing? Whew.
These burritos still in the microwave. I really don't think you should eat that. You left it out all night? Yeah. That's a good idea.
Let's see what's going on today. Well, I just did my 7 a.m. class, and let's see what else. I'm doing my little morning routine now. I probably have my next client coming over at 9. It's either 9 or 9:30. And so, yeah, I have a couple clients that are kind of more of like my active income. Oh my goodness, I just gotta toss everything today. I always feel like I have to be like way more entertaining here, but it's kind of not the case. Like when you're on live stream, you're catching like every single minute, every single second. Like you're like actually just hanging out. And so, since I gotta do like all this stuff, let's see. I don't know where the link to this thing went.
I thought I've seen it around. Right there.
Awesome, thank you. Work to do, all these things to do, because we lollygagging around. Again. So let's see, I will just be chatting away. Let's see if that works. I'm hungry and you would like to have some food and coffee, and basically my day is just about catching up. Cleaning, working, more cleaning, then more working. I think we somehow managed to all like gaslight ourselves into endless cycles of just working our whole life, because we believe that if we work hard, then we'll build ourselves a better future, which to some extent, yes, that is very true. And also at the same time, we kind of go through endless cycles of just like working for like the rest of our life and not actually ever getting to that place that we dream of being. So there's kind of an interesting thing going on with that. So maybe this would be better. No, it's not better. Oh my gosh. Let's see how well you clean. You clean like me. Oh, are you cleaning today too? I know, I guess if I didn't care so much about being in a clean environment, I wouldn't really clean that much. But since I do, and since it's depressing and leaves me with no hope in life to not have a clean environment, I like feel super obligated to make sure I have a clean space. Life is what happens while you are busy working, cleaning, and planning. Interesting thought there. Life is what happens. I don't understand. While you are busy. Oh, so you're saying that I shouldn't worry about working, cleaning, and planning. Even though for me it like makes me feel like I've got my life together. But it would just be nice that if I didn't have to clean up after other people. So then the amount of work that has to get done isn't as much. This is partially why a lot of things. And plus, you know, worst comes to worst, it's really not that much work to do. But I do notice that, like, when you have a lot of physical work to do, as opposed to like the work that people mostly now get paid for, well, that's not true, but brain work, right? You get to just sit and work and use your laptop and whatnot, and so like there is kind of like this idea that like you get paid based off of like how complicated a project is and like how much brain space it takes and how much of that. But then there's also like, you know, physical labor, manual work, all of that. And see. And I get to do a little bit of both. Yeah, so I was thinking about earlier, how do I solve bigger problems? How is it that I have found a really, really big problem, and yet it's taking so much in me to like make it a bigger movement, make it something that people like actually have to prioritize? One thing. All right, protein here. Protein here. I've had a decent amount of water. I've had some water so far today. I have to like stare at myself, I just noticed. I guess, yeah, with not moving as much. With me not moving nearly as much as I should, could, would, whatever, if the only thing that I have to do and move for is making sure that my environment's nice and clean, rather than working an 8-hour shift doing things that I don't really want to do, then I guess this is a pretty good deal. Ugh, I'm not tall enough to make this thing go. Okay, whatever. I do kind of like that cleaning the kitchen's kind of like a predictable thing. Like, you know what needs to get done, you know? Whereas there's so many other things like in my business that I have to figure out that I don't know. And it's one of those things where you just don't know until you know. Let's see. I've had Greek yogurt and green tea. That looked fun. You took a headshot to the visor I saw. What does that mean? What is a headshot to the old visor? Like I drank something? I don't know, but all I can do in the position that I am in my life is be a bit more of a thought leader. Which, if I have been a very observant person my whole life, you'd think that that would be pretty easy. So, there's my cup. Nice and clean and ready to be used again. And oh, gotcha. Yes. Yes, I did, and that was awesome. That was really fun. I thought you were like making a metaphor for like taking a shot or something. Like a shot of alcohol or something. I was like, oh, don't do that. But yes, let's talk about how to be a little bit more on topic. I'm trying to find more so people like in the Bay Area where I live right now, but I am trying to find more a little itchy. Trying to find more clients to work with that are not just like desperate need to get healthy, but like even just those who like just want to trim down, build more muscle, and join my, well, try out my like transformation program because it's super simple and easy, and I think, I don't know, people just have it very complicated, like it's going to be some sort of huge, massive, like intense program or something, and it's like you get to live the rest of your life. You're just maybe like cutting out some junk and implementing some workouts throughout the week, like, and then you have like a 30-minute call with me. Like, it's once a week. It's really easy to do, and it's not like, you know, you stop living the rest of your life just to do it. It's like you integrate it into your life, and you're just being held accountable to making sure that you follow through with it. So I think that's a huge misconception that I feel like I'm kind of picking up on, that people think that my program is gonna be this life-changing thing, and it is, but it's like just in the sense that like you just feel better. So if you know anybody, yeah, getting people to understand that like that us now in modern times, we don't have nearly as much muscle mass as we should to live a longer, healthier life, and we start to rely solely on our bones and joints to do all the heavy lifting when it should be our muscle. You can alleviate so many aches and pains just from dedicating, 3 to 4 workouts a week to building muscle, working on your heart, all that good stuff. It's like the exercise part, of course, people know about already. But the part that people haven't really quite caught on to yet is the muscle aspect. It's like we need to do more than just a bunch of cardio. We need to also focus on keeping our muscle on. I am so tempted to just throw this thing away. It has gotten so bad. Don't tell my mom because she will flip out. But we've got like 10 of those, so why do we need more? Why do we need to salvage the one that's like unsalvageable. Yeah, you don't strike me as a drinker. No. I feel like I'd be really good at it, that's why. And I saved myself a bunch of money, saved myself a bunch of time, etc. by not drinking. And also my dad was an alcoholic, and so it runs in the family, and so I don't want to be a part of that. Other people can do it, and other people think that I don't drink because, like, oh, like, you know, I'm a personal trainer and I just do it for the aesthetics and whatnot. But that's not the reason either. You set a good example by not doing it. That's very true. It's like I set a good example for my siblings, for I guess my friends. And then the more I talk about it here, I think that helps a lot of people. On socials too. And I'm just really tired of bars. And I'm just tired of like people who are owners of these, you know, alcohol, Corona and whatever big companies that are just feeding off of the people that like have an alcohol issue. I mean, obviously they're just doing it for the brand, right? Like they're just doing it for what they stand for and like, oh, you know, drink responsibly and whatnot, but they don't also realize that a lot of their sales are coming from people who have an alcohol issue. So I wish all those people would come to me instead. And so they would actually live a better life and not have to rely so much on alcohol to process their life. Or to deal with their life, I should say. To cope. Okay. Now that dishes are done, I just gotta make the sink look pretty. And then I gotta go get myself looking pretty. And I really just need to put a little bit more put together. And then I'll probably have my client here coming in, my client to here at like 9 or so. But yeah, Deep Lane, if you're at work, I forget, what do you do again? It is kind of satisfying making sure every little spot is gone. This is where it's there. That's right. How long have you been doing that for? Okay, this looks a lot better. It is pretty satisfying. Kind of just take things into my own hands. Take physical action on trying to, correct something. Now I feel a little bit more proud to share how it looks. So now it looks a lot better. I ran out of the stuff that makes your sink white, and so it looks a little dingy. And only really I am the one that notices it. But yeah, there's dishes. Now they're all nice and clean over here. There's my bottle of water that I will fill up when this thing filters. This thing filters all the water here that I, was filling up earlier. And now I have my little setup here where I will make my breakfast. So it's my coffee cup, 20 grams, so 40 grams of protein. There's my milk that's been sitting there for a little bit too long. Let's make sure that the water is hot again. And it smells nice too, which is also maybe just chemicals that I shouldn't be breathing in, but it at least smells nice and gives me hope. Gives me a little bit of vitality, a little bit of, okay, let's do this, All right, now I need more water. I feel like a freaking barista, which is how much I have to run around when I'm here in the kitchen trying to get things set to a good place. Okay, so there's that. And then I need to fill this up and then actually I'll just do it later since it's still empty anyways. Pour that in. I remember working my minimum wage jobs in my 20s and how back-breaking it is. I don't miss it at all. You've got barista vibes today. I certainly do, and it's not sustainable. I could not do this. Work calls. All good. I might have to be ready for my client at 9 too. She should be, if I'm remembering correctly, he should be here in like 10 minutes. So I got a scarf on my breakfast. I have to remind myself what his next phase of workouts are. I'll be integrating. Cinnamon. So yeah, I might have to hop on out of here pretty soon. A little bit of flex. That's funny. I think I'm finally done with being in the cabinet there. And something I can't help but to think is this whole idea of being unlike normal people. I have this thought pretty often. I'm gonna set this all down. And that is kind of like what allows me to feel unique and different. Ouch. But then when I go through like normal human stuff, then I'm like, oh yeah, I'm kind of just like a normal human being, aren't I? Yeah. But yeah, I'll be right back. Let me go get my work stuff. 1 second. Okay, so there's a couple of things. I might actually, I don't know, maybe I should just stay on here. I want to hop on to TikTok too at some point today. But I think I will wait till after my client. It's weird calling him a client because he's more of like a family friend that I've known for 15 plus years, so just the fact that he's now kind of technically a client that I'm like training and taking care of is kind of more so of a new thing. So yeah, let's see. Got Pete's plan. Do one in a second. Okay, cool. There he is. I'll see you guys later.